Hello everybody, it's Dio from Firm But Fair Gaming bringing you another video. Enjoying all the videos and content we produce, don't forget to click on that subscribe button, click on that like button, and don't be afraid to share. Don't forget to click on the notification button, customize it however you want, but that way you're notified whenever we publish another video. Hello everybody, welcome to this week's weekly Diablo video. We are of course doing the challenge and it is number 292. Take a look, we are a monk and we are doing the Raiment of 1,000 Storms. So for those that are unfamiliar, the two-piece bonus, our spirit generators have 25% increased attack speed and deal 400% increased damage. Four-piece dashing strike spends 75 spirit but refunds a charge when it does. And lastly, our six-piece, our spirit generators increase the weapon damage of dashing strike to 60,000% for 6 seconds, and dashing strike increases the damage of your spirit generators by 6,000 for 6 seconds. So it's a dashing strike and spirit generation combo build. We have for random pieces of gear, so we got string of ears, so we're going to take less melee damage. We're using Shiro's blades, so casting wave of light now summons a bell at the target. We can have up to 5 bells, and it increases the damage of wave of light when the initial impact hits 3 or fewer enemies. We have nothing of value. Ancient Parthon's Defender, we're going to take less damage for each enemy stunned. Using Focus and Restraint, so when we hit with a resource generating attack, we deal 50% increased damage, and when we hit with a resource spending attack, we deal 50% increased damage. So you want to use both of those and keep the buff up for more damage. And then lastly, we are using the Crystal Fist. Dashing Strike reduces our damage taken by 40% for 6 seconds. At our cube, it is not fully populated. We have an Ingium, so our skills are going to get some cooldown if we kill an elite. And Depth Diggers, our primary skills, are going to deal double damage. For our actual skills, we have Crippling Wave here, so it is going to generate Spirit and just basically unleash a series of large sweeping attacks in front of us. Every third hit dazes people. Deadly Reach, another Spirit generation, so we're going to project lines of pure force. Dashing Strike, Cyclone Strike with Implosion, so we're going to pull in everybody around us. Mystic Allies, that's going to help refill our spirit. Then we're using Mantra of Salvation. Our passives, so just to cover the Mantra of Salvation, you and your nearby allies gain resistance, and Mystic Ally kind of just breezes by this. It will gain spirit, cause an ally to fight by our side, and increases our spirit generation, and they deal a little bit more damage as well. Alacrity, increase the attack speed of spirit generators by 15. Guardian's Pass, so when we dual wield, we gain 35% chance to dodge, which we are doing. Seize the Initiative, we deal 75% more damage against enemies above 75%. And then Harmony, our single elementals gain some bonuses to make us more survivable. So let's just see what our damage is like. So this is of course Crippling Wave, and then we got Deadly Reach, but we're supposed to use our Cyclone Strike here to spend some spirit, and then of course we're going to be generating with our Deadly Reach and whatnot, but then we're actually supposed to dash, and that's going to be the big thing. I was just holding off on that while explaining, so we're going to dash, refund some charges, use our Mystic Ally to get some back, and it's basically going to be a bit of a one-shot build here. So here's our Focus and Restraint buffs, so we're just going to do our Cyclone Implosion to get it, and then just remember that we have to dash every 6 seconds to get the big damage buff. So that's basically all there is to it, so let's jump into the Rift. Alright, here we go. So the timer on this one is actually quite tight, so we do want to keep that in mind. There we go. And in this first bit, it is quite squishy here with these grots. So we're just trying to get a big stack going here, and then to blow them up before we get killed, obviously. Let's see if we can eat that. only did that because I felt like that would be worth a good amount of percent. See if we can get this guy down, wherever he is. There we go. So yeah, this timer in this one is actually quite tight. So I think what we want to do is we want to just try to get into where there's going to be some bigger groups. Like here, we're going to pull all these in. We get a nice dash off, we pull more of them in. Get that guy down. So that's the goal here, is just to get some nice stacks. So keep in mind that when we get past or when we kill an elite, we do have our NGM proc. So that is going to give us some more charges. We're just going to cut back this way. So we still have our NGM proc, so we can kind of just dash up. Kind of just create some nice stacks for ourselves and blow them up as quick as possible and then move on. Like so. And then we want to go down here. Some elite right here, blow them up, and then quickly move on. So if you're only fighting a couple mobs at a time, unfortunately that's not the way to go about doing this. We want to just fight a select pack, like we want to try to get a nice stack going. Like here we're just fighting a few because of the fact that they're a champ pack. But otherwise, come on, blink down. Otherwise we want something like this where we can pull in a few. Here we're going to pull in a few again. Pull in a few again. So we want to fight as much as possible, as often as possible. This is not ideal, but we don't have much of a choice here. So keep going. There we go, another elite right here. Get this guy down as quick as possible. Oh, come on. There we go. Come down into here, and again we're just trying to get some stacks going here. Try to blow these guys up. There we go. And quickly move on. There wasn't really much there. This map should be good, so that was a nice blink up into there to grab all this. And we'll just blast forward. So unfortunately right here we are out of blink charges, so that's kind of gimping our damage a little bit. So we need those back. Got some elites up here. Keep blowing these guys up. Try not to die. There we go. That's much better. This Guardian is actually a bit of a pain in the butt. Just remember to keep diving, because we need to blink and perfect. I mean, I don't care that I died there, we got it done. So remember on the boss that we want to use our dashing strike every 6 seconds, as well as our implosion to keep up both our buff from our 6-piece, and then implosion is going to give us that part of focus and restraint to help us take down the boss. So there we go, we got that done. And like I said, the timer is tight on that one. We want to be quick. We want to make sure that we're only fighting large groups. So we're going to dash in, use our implosion to pull them in, blow them up, and then move on to the next one. The timer is tight for sure. So anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer those. And of course, we appreciate like, shares, and subscribe. So please click those buttons And lastly, of course, you can come find me on Twitch. Season 28 is coming out shortly, probably in the next month or so. So I'll be back streaming Diablo once that happens. I did take a break from season 27, so you can come find me on Twitch there. And in the meantime, as I'm waiting for season 28, I am playing World of Warcraft Dragonflight, so you can come check me out in that as well. So next time, I hope you're enjoying Diablo 3, and we'll see you in the next video.